I'm waking up thinking I'm dead. I don't know where any life vests are, bro. I'm like scared crapless. Oh my God. That's the worst experience ever. But the tuna sticks were good.
Welcome to Tread Talk, the official podcast of Fury Tires, where rubber meets the road and off-road. On this episode of Tread Talk, host Andy Grant is joined by one of truck culture's most recognizable OGs, build manager, event promoter, and owner of Keg Media, Robbie Bryant. Here is your host, Andy Grant.
All right, everybody, welcome to Tread Talk. We have a very special guest today, Mr. Robbie Bryant, or also known as Keg Media himself.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thanks for coming on board, man. For those viewers that don't know him, why don't you explain a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Robbie Bryant. I own Keg Media. I've been around truck scene for about 22 years. I'm also the promoter of Lifted Truck Nationals that you guys are part of, Orange Beach Invasion that you guys are a big part of. And now we've added Tailgate and Tall Boys Maxed, which you guys are a part of. And I'll be doing that new Overland event next year, Overland of America Expo. So I wear a lot of hats. You know, I'm a project manager, build manager. Been working with you guys for years at Fury. And Keg Media is a graphic design company, so we do renderings and logos and printing and business cards and all that stuff. But, you know, I think a lot of my passion here these past years has probably been focused on doing SEMA build management and especially event promotion. I'd say that's the big thing for Keg Media nowadays.
Oh, yeah, man. No, definitely rendering I got, of the single cam I'm doing, man.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that, dude. That came out clean
for sure,
as all
man.
hell.
You always take care of me, man. When you said you needed that rendering, I was like, yeah, I'll do this one myself. Because, like nowadays, I don't even do them. Like people probably don't know that, or maybe they do, but, I just don't have a lot of time for it anymore. These events take a lot of time.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people think that, he does that event, he works all that weekend of that event. But, man, I'm working all year long on these events and stuff. And it's, renderings take a long time.
There's a lot of detail that goes into them.
When I started my business 20-some years ago, that's what actually started my business was way back then, there was this program that was free on computers. A little free trial. It was called Photoshop 2.0. And I was like, opened it up and started messing around with buttons and different things and options, and I figured out how to like lower a truck and paint it and all that, and I started posting it on forums. And back then there was like Street Source Mag you could get on,
right,
and people would start asking me to do theirs, and so I'd do it. And eventually I was like, I'd come home from work and I'd be messing with these renderings, and people would be like, oh yeah, do mine. Well, I ended up being more busy doing that than I was at work. So I was like, I'm going to make a business of this. And so
sorry to interrupt you. What was work before this, though? I don't know if I know this.
I ran a custom shop. I was a manager of a custom shop.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, it's called Scorpion Automotive, is out of St. Louis. And I also ran one before that in Olathe, Kansas area. And so I was kind of like a manager of custom shops. I was always into like custom cars and trucks and everything. I've been doing that since I was like 16 years old, 50 now, so a long time. And
still looking good, though.
Yeah. And Nick didn't even realize when he was looking out. He's like, quit coloring the beard. I embrace the gray. So he was like, where's Robbie? I don't see him. And I'm like waving at him. I'm like, right here, dude. Silver guy. But
it's all full of wisdom, right?
Right. Yeah. Years of stress. Years of all the kids I got and my wife. Yeah. Stressing me out. But no, I got a great family, man. Great family, great kids, great wife, but very supportive wife. I stay really busy and she supports everything I do, man.
Oh, she's a sweetheart too, man.
Even when I have bad ideas, Keena's like all supportive of me. But like last night I lost like $3,000 and at the casino, and she's like, well, why you do that? I said, yeah, but it's no fun to like just have it set in your pocket. It's way funner playing the machines. But yeah, I don't think she's real happy with me right now. She told me to save that money. I waited till she went to sleep. Went down there.
There you go, sneaking out. Be like, let me go hit these tables.
Snuck out and went down there. But so with Keg, I started doing those renderings. I started getting really busy doing it. I was like, I need a name, and so I called it Devilish Designs because I was like really into like, not the devil, but just I like stuff like that, gory, creepy stuff. And I finally realized it didn't take me long to realize that this is not a good name. And so I started Cutting Edge Graphics. And that's what Keg stands for. It's cutting edge graphics.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah. And everybody started calling me Keg. And most people that know me pretty well know that I don't drink. I've never been a drinker. Somebody invites me to go have a beer, I'll have a soda, but I'll go,
Right.
but I didn't want to be called just Keg. And so I added the word media. Eventually people would ask me, hey, can you do a logo for me? I own a business or this and that. And so we started doing logos, started doing offering printing, banners, flyers, all kinds of stuff. And just got the flowing, man. At one time we had like 4 guys working with us. We get a SEMA booth, like a lot of my clientele are manufacturers here at the SEMA show. And I always thought, man, I need to do a booth myself. Because for years I was designing vehicles that were winning Ford Design Awards and GM Design Awards for like different companies. And they were inviting me out, trying to get me to come to SEMA, and I never would. And I did my first SEMA build, and it ended up on the cover of Truckin' Magazine. And then my next 8 builds were magazine cover trucks. And I've had, with all the builds we've done and managed, I've had like 37 magazine cover builds and like over 100 features.
That's hella impressive.
And so we've done a lot. We used to be on the Velocity channel with the 5-Hour Trucks guys. We were the designers on their Lifted Life TV show and designed the trucks that were built. And I did that for 3 seasons and kind of walked away from that. It takes a lot of time to film, and I just didn't have the time.
Joke.
And they're in Colorado. I was in Arkansas, so I couldn't, just the traveling aspect of it, and so I got out of that. But now with Keg, man, I'm back to a one-man show, man. It's just, nobody cares about your business as much as you do. And, you get around lazy people and you kind of start becoming lazy yourself. And
it's toxic, dude. I understand
it's
that.
It's a toxic thing. And one of my best times in my business is when I was by myself, when I was starting it. And, now with the way my business is headed with the event promotion side of it, I don't really need a lot of people working for me. I can hire people to work the events and stuff like that. As you know, I've partnered with Mid-America Outdoors, and I own the only private event held there, Lifted Truck Nationals. But in 2024, we're adding Overland of America Expo. 2025, I'm going to add a Jeep event there. And then the expo that we're going to do, Overland of America, I want to take that to other states too. I probably want to go up to like Utah or Oregon. I'd like to do Colorado and maybe East Tennessee, have 3 or 4 of them. So I built an Overland rig, my Gladiator, this year. We're going to end up, going to have your guys' tires on it here pretty soon. So I'll be happy about that. Especially, like I was telling Nick, he was telling me about the total,
the total tire protection.
And so like that there in the Overland industry, like
Huge.
That's a game changer, man. Yeah,
for
because
sure.
like I'm just now getting into overlanding, but in Arkansas where we're at, and I know not a lot of states are like that, when you're out on the trails, there's a lot of river and creek crossings, man. There's a lot of sharp rocks under the water too.
Oh yeah.
And with that tire protection plan that covers that, and it just automatically comes with the tires.
Yeah, you purchase tire, man. It's automatically included.
That's crazy. Like, there's nothing out there like that.
No, I mean, hey, Fury, man. We're always
you're always innovative
and trying to change the game.
When you guys first came out on the scene, man, I remember a fellow from Dub Magazine contacted me and was telling me about these tires and all these crazy sizes that they were doing. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm down. I'll check them out. And I was one of the first sets of tires, with Fury, like way back in the day. And, and then, you guys have had some different marketing guys. Nick came over and, you've been there a while, and got a great relationship with you, great relationship with Nick. Love Jamie and them, it's like family, it's a cool place. But yeah, I don't know. It's like family, dude. I feel like I'm part of the Fury family, I've been around working with them
Colorado, I'll hit you up, just, shoot the shit with you and just see how it's going.
Yeah. And you guys, like, you always support us on our events. You've been, our official tire, partner with Lift Truck Nationals before. I see that happening again pretty soon. And I'm going to get you guys on board with Overland of America.
Dude, that sounds super exciting.
Yeah.
So what's all going on with that? Obviously, you're known for throwing these badass shows. I mean, obviously across the country.
Yeah.
But the truck industry, we see a lot of the same stuff coming through, same people. Like, it's cool. We all dig it. And it's fun.
I've been in the lifted truck industry, bro. Like I said, 20 some years, and I've seen the trends come. I've seen them go. The big trucks, big SEMA trucks, bro trucks, some people call them. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where Fury got their start. It was the big trucks with the crazy sizes and 28s and 30s. But man, I'm 50 now, bro. Like, I can't get up in them trucks, man. Like, I mean, I can. I prefer not to. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you what changed it for me, man, is I bought a 20-year-old motorhome this past year, and I wanted to go out on the road. And, I wrapped it, and I put blue lights under it. I made it me, I'm a
for the viewers,
guy.
didn't you get a new one, too?
I did, yeah, a week later, or a week after we started on our trip. But, I bought the old one because I wanted to make sure. Oh, I should have silenced that up. I wanted to make sure that that my family, my kids, because we're used to staying at resorts. My wife's a Disney freak. You know that. So we go to Disney all the time, and she loves to stay in resorts. And anytime we travel with the kids, they're used to resorts. They don't know that camping life. And so I wanted to make sure before I stepped up to the plate and bought a coach that, we're not going to kill each other on the road. So we were out for a week. We did the tailgate in Tall Boys in Bloomington, and we were there for a week. Everybody got along great. And, it's so funny because I had a little bit of a gas leak in that 20-year-old motorhome. We stopped to get it fixed. And while we're waiting, they're trying to work us in a couple of hours. We're just walking around looking at, looking at new cars, know. But there's like used ones and stuff. And, dude, I come walking around a corner, and I seen this 2022 brand new 40-foot diesel pusher, Cummins motor, everything I wanted in one. Walked inside, and it's not all dark and gloomy. It's white and gray and, really nice and real modern looking. And that sucker was over $100,000 off. And I took a picture of it, and I texted my banker, and I said, hey, could I get hurt on this thing? Like, is this a good deal? Right. And she's like, yeah, you could probably have it for a year and sell it and still get more out of it. And so I bought it, and we finished our 6-week trip, man. We went to Keena's dad passed right before this, right?
Right. Sorry to hear about that.
And so we took
again.
his ashes, and we went to the first place we stopped was Mount Rushmore. Then we went to Yellowstone. We went to Crater Lake. We went to the Redwoods and stayed there. Of course,
the Redwoods are freaking beautiful.
Dude, there's a place called Ramblin' Redwoods. It's a campground there. Oh my God, bro! Like, we're staying next to tree stumps that are as big as this booth. Like, they're nuts. Like, me and my kids climbed up on top of one. You could tell it was cut down probably years before they even realized that, hey, we shouldn't be cutting these down, And we climbed up. We looked like ants on top of that thing, It's huge. And so there, Universal opened up a new Mario World in California. So we traveled down the coast, went to that, and then hit Vegas, stayed out here for 4 days. There's a badass RV park out here. So it's all Class A motorhomes. So we stayed in that. And then I wanted the kids to get the feel for what we do when we're out here for SEMA. So I called my host at Cosmo. He caught me some nights. So we all stayed at the Cosmo a couple nights. And then from here, we went to Grand Canyon and then headed home 2 days and then went to Disney World in Florida. So we were out for like 6 weeks and got caught in a hailstorm. Totaled my little car. I was pulling behind it, beat the crap out of the skylights and stuff in the motor coach.
Do they break? Like, are they?
Yeah, the skylights. Oh yeah. Totally. It was gone. Yeah, I had no skylight. Yeah, it was totally gone, and it rained and stuff. But luckily, it was the one over the shower, and so it just would get in the shower and drain right in. But yeah, my insurance took care of it and stuff, fixed it already. But it was dude, it's such a good trip, and we got such beautiful national parks. So segue into what I'm getting to is when I was out and I seen all these national parks, when I'm driving this motor coach, I see trails off the side of the road and I'm like, man, I should build an overland rig because I could pull up my Jeep, my Gladiator behind this motor coach. And if Keena wants to stay with my daughter and whatever boy wants to stay, because we got four kids, so if they want to stay in the coach at the RV park, cool. But I can go hit the trail. I can take my youngest boy
just
with
pull
me.
It right behind it. Go explore a little bit.
I can go find other campsites and stuff, and that's the reason I got into it. But the main reason is my buddy Chris Carroll. I've known him like 25 years, man. He is a hardcore overland. If you're listening and you watch YouTube, check out Fast Rack Overland. Okay. They call them storytellers in the overland community, not YouTubers or content creators, and his videos are more cinematography type.
Cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic. Yeah, it's not like a normal YouTuber where they're just talking in the phone camera or whatever.
Handheld camera. Hey, what's going on?
And so his editing is awesome, and watching his videos made me want to get into it because I grew up camping, and it put me in that feel of being when I grew up, and I was like, man, I want my boys to experience that type of life,
I remember we did a big trip with my father.
Yeah.
Big, like up to one on California, staying in the Redwoods. I mean, I remember that, forever.
I had somebody ask me a while back, why do you go to Disney every year for Christmas? We don't buy our kids a lot of gifts anymore because when I grew up, I don't remember hardly anything I ever got for Christmas, but I remember every trip I ever took in my life with my family. And that's why we go to Disney, or we'll go to Colorado, or we'll go to Branson. We always spend Christmas outside of the house. It's not about gifts. It's about the time that you're creating. And, dude, I just think I think I hit that 5-0, bro, and it changed me, bro. It just changed things for me. Unfortunately this year we lost my wife's parents, both of them, within months apart, and that there even changed me, man.
Yeah, you definitely had a big year.
Yeah, there's just stuff. There's so much stuff I want that I need to do, that I want to do in my life, that I have the time to do. I've been blessed. I give all credit to the Lord. I've been blessed that how my life has changed, and how my family's been blessed, and our events have been great. Like, I don't know, man, just things just aren't going wrong for me, and I'm just going to keep on that path, man. You do good things come back on you, man.
100%.
Treat people right, you get treated right, and I really believe in that motto. And yeah, man, I'm just going to keep building, bro.
That's all, dude. Like, obviously, we've been friends for a while now.
Yeah.
It's always great, because we're so wrapped up in this industry, right?
Right.
But seeing people actually live their lives, I always love scrolling, through checking Facebook or whatnot. Seeing you and your son go to almost every game as a home game.
Bro,
I learned not
Chiefs.
to call you on Sundays.
Yeah, I won't
You're
talk
like,
to you
hey,
on
what?
Sundays.
No, the game's on right now. Let me hit you back. And I'm like, oh shit, all right.
It was funny. This Sunday, the Chiefs are in Germany.
What?
And Keena tried to talk me into buying tickets to it. And I was like, oh, man.
Oh,
I was like,
you would have had to dip out early, huh?
Yeah, I'd have had to dip out, man. But the cool thing is so that means football starts for me this Sunday at 8:30 in the morning. So I get 8:30 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night of football, man. So don't call me Sunday.
I actually got to go over one with my grandfather. My brother's a naval grad, right?
Yeah.
So Navy played Notre Dame over in Dublin one year.
Oh, yeah.
So we all got tickets, went out there, experienced it, and both sides of my family, I have ties into Ireland.
Right.
So, we did that, and that was obviously an unforgettable experience. Going to a football game out there.
Right.
And touring all Southern Ireland. It was a blast.
You see, stuff I do, traveling and all that. I watch you too, man. I like fishing. And I know you like fishing.
Oh, yeah.
And that deep sea fishing and stuff.
Like deep sea, inshore,
who was that you went out with? When you all
Mariah.
Mariah, yeah.
Yeah, we went down to Costa Rica and got on some
I gotta be
fish.
more friends with Mariah, man. She's heavy into that fishing.
Oh, yeah. She eats, sleeps, breathes fishing and trucks.
She probably don't even know that I got a short mouth spearfish hanging up in my office, and I got a striped marlin I caught off the coast of Hawaii when we went out there. That has to do with football. The last year the Pro Bowl was there.
Oh, nice.
We went out there, and at Hawaii, you see the shore when you're deep sea. You're not out very far.
That shelf is super close.
And so I caught my first catch was a short nose spearfish, and I was fighting this thing and reeling it in, and it got up there, and the dude that I guess first mate or whatever, the dude that clubs the fish over the head. He's freaking out, and I thought I caught a shark or some crazy stuff,
Right.
And he's like, "Oh, short nose spearfish," and I'm like, "What is that?" And I guess you can only catch those off the coast of Hawaii. So people that fish, they call it the circle, all the spearfish. A lot of them don't have that fish because it's only caught there.
Dude, that's sick,
And that was
man.
the first fish I ever caught, deep sea fishing. And then I pulled in a marlin, and then me and my buddy Greg Miller that passed away a few years ago, COVID, scraping the coast, Greg Miller. A lot of y'all guys know him, but he took me tuna fishing, man, off the Gulf Coast. But we were 120 miles out.
You got to run far.
And we were in a 36-foot center console no seats in it. There was a couple bean bags, and I already slayed like 5 or 6 big tuna. I mean, not huge, but big, good size, take home, And I'm sleeping on this bean bag, bro, middle of the night, back of the boat. And I already don't like water because when I was, let me throw this in there why I don't like water. So we grew up around Lake of the Ozarks. My sister, I'm a little kid. My sister hits the fire extinguisher with her foot and it goes off. My mom throws me in Lake of the Ozarks when I was a little kid. I was traumatized. You know what I'm saying?
She threw you in?
Well, I had a life jacket on, but she thought the boat blew up. So she throws me in the water, right? I'm like traumatized since then. So like I freak out in the middle of big lakes where I can't see nothing, So
and
you're
I'm
out
in the
100
ocean. Miles in the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, so we're next to this oil drilling ship, not a rig, but the ship right before they put the rigs up. Yeah. And I'm sleeping. I'm like just zonked, dude. And all of a sudden I hear this slapping against the side of this ship. I woke up thinking I was dead, bro. Like, I guess this big old air pipe or something busted. And it's like slapping the side of this big ship. And we're right next to this ship. It's the loudest noise I've ever, because you're out in the middle of quiet nothing.
Right.
You hear a little bit of buzzing off the ship and stuff like that. I mean, they're so big. You don't hear people talking hardly at all. And this thing is just right above us, just beating the crap out of the side of this ship. I'm waking up thinking I'm dead. I don't know where any life vests are, bro. I'm like scared crapless. Oh, my God. That's the worst experience ever. But the tuna sticks were good.
Oh man, fresh tuna, like straight after a catch.
Yeah. Like halfway out there, we stopped by a rig and caught some amberjack and like cooked it right on the boat and stuff. Man, amberjack. Oh yeah,
we used to go rig
fish.
up to those oil rigs and just hammer the snapper.
Yeah, man, it's so good. Yeah, so we should be talking about Fury probably.
Hey man, it's all about getting to know everybody, dude. That's all. Like we're all the Fury fam.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's man, my life's been great, dude. There's nothing I could ask for better. You know what I'm saying? Like I've just been so blessed, man, and the friends I have and the relationships I have in the industry. And, I'm starting to take a step back a little bit in the build management stuff. I used to try to, manage like 20, 25 builds a year.
That was your max? Like your max was maybe?
I never wanted to go over that. I don't know how Guru and some of these guys can do it, man. I just... Like I do all the paperwork though, so all the contracts when I have to fill out everything with you guys and all the other manufacturers, I fill that all out myself. I don't send it to the guys to have them fill it out because what if they put the wrong thing down and they get the wrong tires or man, I thought I shut that off.
Man, you're 2 for 2 over here, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm doing terrible. Okay, let me shut this off. There we go. It's off now. Oh, it's my wife. That's why it rang through. I got her on ring through. So sorry, Keen, I can't talk right now. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Yeah, you were talking about like having more builds here and how you're actually the one that like goes in and.
So I started taking a step back because build management is very time consuming. And
I bet.
When you're doing it, or I know when I'm doing it, I'm opening up my life to my part. They're my build partner. Whoever hires me to do that. They're not hiring me to tell them how to build their vehicle and really manage their build.
You're essentially like on the team.
I'm their partner, and they're hiring me to be their partner and give them advice and show them the right way to do it. And so they don't do it the wrong way and make sure they get their photo shoots and work with a great photographer. Shout out Del Martin. And, make sure they work with the right people and make sure, you guys get a good return on your investment. Make sure they're going to shows and all that stuff. But, when my guys are out here, I always tell them anything you need. Let me know. It's like a second home to me. I'm out here all the time. I come out here 4 or 5 times a year. And so, like I had a guy call me the other day, didn't know where to park his trailer. I'm like, just go park it over it. I got a room over here, for my transport guy. Just go say that's a second trailer for us. They'll just put it on our room bill. And, so, but it's so time consuming throughout the whole entire year. Sometimes these guys, they might be texting me at, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and
I understand
and
that
I answer,
all too well.
I answer. And yeah, you do, about that. But you want to answer, you want to let them know you're there for them. But, if I'm only working with about 8 to 10 people, that's a lot less time consuming than if I'm trying to work with 20 or 30 people. You know?
And it's not like this is the only thing you do, right?
Right, yeah. I'm just not a build manager, Keg Media is my business. And there's so much stuff. Like there's so many customers I have that are not even involved in the truck industry. Doctors, lawyers, like just all kinds of businesses, donut shops, that like I do business cards for.
Do you
I
hook
do
up on donuts though?
Yeah, I love donuts. I design menus for like some Mexican restaurants and stuff. I design a lot of stuff, and so I've got that. I've got the shows, and with the shows, that's a whole marketing thing too. You got to stay up on top of that, and so not to say that Keg Media is ever going to go away, but it has definitely evolved into a whole different animal with the promotion side of things, and it's become more of a promotion company than a graphic design company.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can remember coming in. I still think OBI is probably one of my most favorite shows.
Dude,
it's not a huge show, right?
Yeah. What's crazy is like we can't ever have that's why it sells out, because I can never have 1,000, 2,000 vehicles there, but I can have 750 quality vehicles there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the cool thing about OBI is like last year. Not this one, not in March, but last year we had 67,000 people come through that event, right? And I had 565 vehicles. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. This year we had 74,000 people attend our event, making it the largest event on the Alabama Gulf Coast.
Wow,
it
dude,
is
that's
the
sick.
largest event now, and I'm hoping we hit 80,000. Skip from 60 to 70 to 80. But the cool thing about Orange Beach is it's free. For free to spectators anyway,
right.
Not free to you guys, not free to
come
trucks,
on, man.
But it's but the thing is, everybody wants to be in the front in the premium area, and I try to tell them, hey, we have so many people that come, there's not a bad place to park your vehicle, but
it's normally beautiful weather. The layout's nice.
Yeah, it's an awesome spot.
It definitely
destination show. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, Robbie, brother. I appreciate you coming on, man.
I
Always a
appreciate you
pleasure.
having me. I appreciate
I'm sure I'll be talking
me,
to you here in the next week or two anyways.
All right, yeah.
But, dude, again, appreciate it. Looking forward to this Overland event.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, we're dabbling in the market right now, between the trophy trucks, overlanding, and show trucks.
Right,
I mean, it's, we're trying to hit all
facets. It's a big market, man. It's exploding.
Yeah, especially with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID, I think, jump-started that industry.
Yeah, that's what did it. Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you again, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.